KSST's Sports Director, Don Julian, and Coach David Carrillo. Guys?
Well, James Terry, thank you very much, and welcome everyone. And we're in actually the parking lot outside of the track, and we can see the tennis complex and turn around to our right and see the softball field. We do have David Carrillo with us today, and this is an opportunity that was missed because of everything that took place. And it suspended everything, and these softball girls did not get a chance to be recognized like they normally would. And so, David, you came up with an idea, and you just decided that today we're going to give these girls their due.
Well, actually, it was not my idea. I'm not that smart.
Oh, okay.
Meredith Cadell came up with this idea, and she presented it to me. And I thought, man, what a great deal for these kids, and a great idea to be able to recognize these girls because, of course, the season got shortened on them, and they deserved everything they're getting right now and all the praise and recognition because, we couldn't give them things out on the field, but we've been looking for any little thing we can do to recognize them because, they are the seniors of 2020, and they are a big part of our program and a big part of our lives. And, this is just a great opportunity to get to recognize them. And again, I'd like to thank Meredith and KSST also for being able to do this and having a great opportunity to recognize these nice, great young ladies.
Now, this was kind of a young team that you were mixing in a lot of youth with some veteran players, kind of the mixture. And you kind of experimented and tinkered during tournaments and pre-district games and never had a chance to get into district play. But were you kind of liking what you were seeing based on what was happening on the field?
Yes, actually with these girls here, the seniors, I asked a lot of them because, we'd lost 10 and they, we had to get the leadership from somewhere. And we had some returning seniors, of course, but they had to step up and do a lot of things. And I asked them that, I didn't really know what roles they were going to play as we went on. But I do feel like as the year went on, we were getting better every game, I felt like. Because, we were basically starting from scratch and having to put people in different positions and stuff like that. But, my main goal was to get better every game. Did we improve? Or I can honestly say, were we better at the end when this all ended than we were at the first game? I say yes. And we were getting ready to roll in the district, and I was excited. We were looking forward to it because, again, we felt like we were getting better.
All right. Well, a good opportunity today to kind of recognize seniors like they would normally be recognized in a different way. We're standing out here in the parking lot, and it's going to be a little bit different. But you can't get on Ladycat Park, and so we're going to do it our way. And you've got 6 different players, and you've got your manager that you want to recognize.
Yes,
and
sir.
The first one we'll let you talk about will be Aaliyah Abram.
Okay, Aaliyah. Really, to be honest with her, when I talked to her, actually Aaliyah came and approached me and was talking about, being interested in playing softball. And I was thinking when I saw her, I was like, athlete, yes, come on,
Sure.
Let's see what you got. And I know she has played, before, but she hadn't played for 3 years here. But to have an opportunity to have an athlete like Aaliyah was a blessing for us. And Aaliyah was getting better. She's one of those. She was improving. And before all this went down, she was fixing to play a big role on our team. She was starting to hit the ball and playing good defense. She was a really, really great surprise for us. And again, we were blessed to have Aaliyah. And like I said, when you see athlete and she can run and she can do a lot of things, those are the girls that you want. And again, Aaliyah stepped it up. And she was really playing well at the time.
You've really got some great assistants helping you out here today. Boy, V is off to a great start handing out those roses. And, of course, Bailey Dorner is doing her thing, too, with some gifts for them.
Yes, you can't never forget these two. Coach Dorner has been a valuable asset to me. I don't know what I would do without her. She keeps me straight and sees things that I don't see and reminds me of the little things that I need to take care of. And then I am saying goodbye to Coach V. I know most of y'all know that he's taking a defensive coordinator in Mahia. And this is sad. V's like my brother.
Yeah.
And it's really sad to see him go, but the opportunity for him to advance in his coaching career and being in charge of the defense over there for Coach Abram over in Mahia is a great opportunity for him, and he will be truly missed. And I definitely will be in contact with him on probably a weekly or daily basis every day, just because, like I said, he's like my brother, best friend, and again, I appreciate him and the things that he's fixing to go do over there in Mahia.
Even those defensive linemen he yells at all the time love this guy.
Oh, yeah. That's the thing that V did a lot for me, that I believe that it's his strength. He gets along with these kids really well. He has a bond with them. And again, he loves doing what he's doing. When he approached me about 7 years ago to come coach softball, he wanted to be out here and he wanted to learn. And that's what, hey, I'll take this guy because I know he really cared about the kids, and I know he was eager to learn and eager to be a part of Ladycat softball. So again, I'm going to miss him, but he's going to do some great things out in Mejia.
Well, you continue to have Coach Dorner, and we found out last year a heck of a volleyball coach as well as a great softball assistant.
Yes, and Coach Dorner, she can do it all, and I can't lose her. So I can't lose both of them in 1 year, so she's got to stay.
Unfair,
yeah,
unfair.
She's got to stay. But again, like I said, great opportunity for V, and we're just looking forward to seeing the great things he's fixing to go do.
All right, recently Aaliyah Abram had a chance to kind of put her thoughts together, and so James Terry back at the station is going to help us with this, and we're going to hear a few comments and words from Aaliyah Abram.
Number 2, Aaliyah Abram, the daughter of TC and Kim Abram. I am involved in FCA, FFA, and Key Club. I've played volleyball for 6 years, basketball for 10, softball for 12, and Ladycat softball for 1. My future plans are to study criminal justice and become a police officer. My most memorable Ladycat softball moment was when Corilla opened a new thing of chapstick and rubbed it on a pole and ate it in the dugout. Advice to my freshman self would be always keep an open mind to things and always work hard because you never know what could happen.
Well, very good. And Coach Carrillo, we have another player we want to talk about, another one of your seniors, and number one on the program, and I'm sure number one in the hearts of all her fans out there, Heather Bowen. So tell us about her.
Okay, Heather was a great leader for us, and she was one of the late girls that I can honestly say that she was like our spirit girl, Miss Positive. She was always ready to go in practice. She was always ready to go, just even in off season. I remember we actually dedicated a week for her for Heather Week. We just played she came up with this idea when she was a freshman, and I would always tell her no. And then her senior year, she goes, Coach Carrillo, are we going to ever have Heather Week? And it was fun. We had games and just played around and did all type of things. But Heather's a winner. Heather, she was actually probably either in top 2 in our hitting this year. She was hitting the ball, playing a great first base. We were missing a first baseman, and Heather came up there and took that position and didn't let it go. She was a great defensive first baseman, and again, her hitting was. She was very, very. She was up there. I guarantee she was probably 1 or 2 in our top hitters of the year. So Heather was a great surprise for us and a great find. Again, what makes Heather so good is not just the way she's able to play. She's just a great kid. Like she's first rate. I mean, I'd do anything for Heather. And again, she's so positive. She's just somebody that you like to be around because she makes it fun.
All right, very good. And again, we'll check in with James Terry, and we have the comments of Heather Bowen, some thoughts she put together and recorded, and so we'll listen to that.
Number 1, Heather Bowen. I am the daughter of Robert Bowen and Bambi McAfee. I have played travel softball for 7 years and Ladycat softball for 4 years. I am involved in HOSA, Key Club, Practicum, and I work at Broadway Veterinarian Hospital. I plan to attend A&M Commerce to pursue a career as a veterinarian. My most memorable moment as a Ladycat softball player is all the crazy conversations the girls and I had, and laughing at all of Coach Carrillo's animal hats he wore. My advice is to take every moment and cherish it. Be excited for practice and the long bus rides because you will miss it when it's over.
And Don Julian here with David Carrillo, and we're outside of the Wildcat track as we recognize the seniors, and my goodness, one of them got a horn honk out there from the populace, and we do have some cars out here, people that are listening on the radio and observing David and I out here. And David, it's a rare treat. Everybody's special here tonight, but it's a rare treat when you have that opportunity to have a player on your team for 4 seasons.
That's right.
And we've got one right now, Allie Fite.
Allie, come on down. Allie, to me, words that represent her is that she's a fighter. She's a true competitor. Allie's not ever going to give up. If she's in a fight, she's going, and she may be getting beat down, she's going to throw sand in your face to try to win. She's just that type of person. She just refuses to lose, and she doesn't like it. And that's one of the qualities I see from Allie. She just a never say die kid. I mean, even last year when we were in the playoffs, I mean, it was no fun and games, no nice stuff. We're just going to get after it, and we're going to compete, and we're gonna make you, we're going to beat you down and make you like it. And that's what I think Allie's strength is. She just doesn't quit. Something could not go her way, but she'll always figure it out and make the best of the situation and fight and compete. She's never going to say die. And that, again, it's hard for me with Allie because, again, with the 4 years that she's been around, I remember I've seen Allie grow up. And you look at her as a little freshman, and now she's grown up, and, you wish great things for her. But, again, just her competitive spirit, she's going to do a lot of great things in life. God has great plans for her. And, again, we're very thankful that she's here.
And, of course, that is a real luxury, that somebody that you can just pencil in every game.
Oh, yeah.
Allie Fite, right field,
Yes, Allie Fite, right field. And I'm telling you, there's not a girl that has an arm like Allie Fite either. She can chunk it from all the way from that fence, and she get it all the way to the plate. She just had those skills, and she was just a great player. And, again, I'm just thankful that she was part of our program.
And hit with power. I mean, she had a complete skill set.
Yeah, and Allie, heck, if you needed to go slap, she'd go slap too. So those are the things that she could go do. And again, when you have a player as special as her, that's where you're really appreciative towards having her. And again, she was somebody that I could talk to, and if I needed to, hey, what's the team like? I could pull her off to the side, and she would help me and kind of gauge. It's good to hear from your players, and it's good for them to be honest with you and let you know. You kind of know when there's trouble or when there's things that need to be fixed or not being fixed, and that's just part of being a leader. And those are something that I really trusted in her.
All right, James Terry back at the station, and we'll hear from some of the thoughts put together and recorded by Allie Fite.
My name is Allie Fite. I'm number 4. My parents are Heather and Shane Fite. I've played softball for 4 years. Other organizations is Key Club and FFA. My plans after high school are nursing school at University of Texas at Tyler. My most memorable moment is softball playoffs 2019. It was tons of fun. There's so much I could say about that season, but my favorite part about it was that we came together as a team. The term "we over me" was in full effect. We hit the field like it was our last time every playoff game, played as a team, and celebrated as a team. Advice for my freshman self: be you, be great. Don't listen to everyone else. Play your game like you know how to. Pitch like no one is watching. But my favorite quote from my softball years is, "Your job is over when the ball leaves your hand." Lana English.
And continuing here with a review of the seniors on the Ladycat Softball team. We're recognizing them in a special way today, having to do it a little bit differently, like we're all doing things differently with everything that's going on out there with coronavirus and all that other kind of stuff that's kind of got us living our lives in a different way. But we continue to look at seniors, and we have one manager mixed in as well. And Coach, another one of your seniors here, and tell us about it's Braden Garrett and her fan club.
Yeah, a lot of horns, a lot of horns. Hey, Braden, what can you say? She's just, she was a great team player. We asked her to play a role this year, and she was able to do that. Braden had to battle a lot because, she was hurt last year, and I know she was very frustrated with it because she could really just never give everything that she got until, she just finally started getting better this year. But last year was very frustrating for her because she couldn't play because of her ankle, and it just was frustrating. But she worked really hard, and I would have to tell her to stop doing some things because I was worried about her. But she just pushes, and she wanted to be a part of this. And again, you have to have players like Braden because Braden has a true servant leader heart. She's going to make some great things happen in her life, and I'm really glad that she stuck it out and she stayed with us because, again, I watched the struggles that she went through to get to this point just to be able to have an opportunity to play this year. And it takes a lot of character to be able to do that and to play roles that, you may not really like, but she was able to just have a great attitude, team player, definitely very positive. And I just like, again, another person you just like being around, just good people, good-hearted people.
Yeah, and it's inspirational for teammates to look around and see a player that has had an injury and had to overcome that and everything like that, and that's inspirational for a team.
Yeah, and I really felt like, I mean, when she was really ready to put in the work and people would see that around her, I think it kind of picked up other people because they're going like, look at her, sometimes you got to look at, like her. She was just a great role model by the work ethic that she had. And again, she wanted to be a part, and she was going to work her way and was determined to be a part of this in her senior year. And again, my hat goes off to her. And again, she's just a great kid, great person, and is going to do a lot of great things.
All right, James, Braden Garrett is the next of the seniors, and she has recorded something for us now, and we'll hear that.
Number 18, Braden Garrett, daughter of Mandy Nunley and Paul Garrett, stepdaughter of Opie Nunley and Christy Garrett. I have played volleyball for 4 years, softball for 14, and Ladycat Softball for 2. I'm involved in Key Club and FFA. I have planned to attend PJC in the fall to pursue a career in phlebotomy. Most memorable moment was when Salem Adair was chasing a fly ball and ran straight into a wall. If I could go back and tell my freshman self anything, it would be to play with everything you have and to make each moment memorable, because you never know when the moment will end.
And Don Julian here with Ladycat softball coach David Carrillo, and his strangest season yet. We got about number 14 for you, David?
14 here.
Wow.
Yeah, and
all of them good, by the way.
All of them, yes, I've been blessed with these kids. It's been a great 14 years. And even throughout my whole coaching career, nobody would ever thought that this was ever going to happen. So, we try to make do with what happened and try to make a positive out of it and doing the best we can. But again, these kids, this is what it's all about, are these kids.
Well, this next young lady, always special to me because I remember a summer camp that you had when she must have been a 7th grader, and that girl could hit and throw like she was 5 years older. And even I recognize softball talent, and I know you just couldn't wait to get her on the varsity, and we're talking about Kobria Harrison.
I'm going to say something about Kobria because she makes me laugh, and she's probably not going to believe this, but I look at Kobria and see her as the most level-headed kid around. The whole walls and things could be burning down, but Kobria is going to have a smile on her face, and she's going to come up into that huddle, and she's going to say something positive. I've never seen Kobria get rattled or anything. And again, that's just a testament to her heart. She was, again, another person that was just fun to be around. Her the way she did things and her attitude and the way she just came out ready to play. It didn't matter practice or games. She was going to be positive. She was going to get after it. And I know there were some times during the year, early on in the year, that things weren't going our way. And as I'm sitting over there probably freaking out, Kobria was the voice of reason. And again, she was probably one of our most level-headed players that we had. And again, I love Kobria, and again, she's another one that's going to do some great things.
And really put together a good season, seemed like, of getting on base, hitting the ball, and out on the field and all that.
And Kobria, you wouldn't really think about it, but she was a very smart base runner. She was really good at running bases, and she could delay steal and get that extra base, just like Aaliyah could. They were really smart at running the bases, because it's not really just about being fast, it's being smart on the bases. And Kobria could get a single into a double just by base running and being able to steal, or she can go from second to third and be on being really good scoring position. So again, Kobria has just been a level-headed kid, and she's someone that we're going to miss, and I'm just glad that she was a part of our program.
Very good, Coach. And back to James Terry. Now we'll hear from Kobria Harrison, some of her thoughts that she recorded, and James has that for us now.
My name is Kobria Harrison. I wear jersey number 5. I am the daughter of Nicole Harrison. I have been a part of Ladycat Softball for 4 years and Ladycat Basketball for 4 years. I am involved in Key Club and FCCLA. I plan to attend Prairie View A&M University and get my Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree. My most memorable moment as a Ladycat softball player is when the bus broke down at our softball tournament in Allen. My advice is to always stay positive and not to be so hard on yourself.
And here with David Carrillo, I'm Don Julian, and we're honoring Ladycat seniors on the softball team. And kind of a special thing, kind of an idea that Meredith Cadell put together and David Carrillo quickly endorsed and wanted to be a part of. And Coach, we've been talking about a manager. You've got a manager up next, and how would you like to play a whole season without a manager?
I'm telling you, I don't just have a manager. I have the world's best manager, and when I always joked around, I'm like, when she graduates, I'm going with her, because she's that good. She has been around for 4 years. I always joke around that she's my right hand, and she is. You know, Braley Vickery is my right hand, and actually for a senior gift, I went to Amazon and bought her a right hand, mannequin hand, and gave it to her, because I was like, man, this is my girl right here. And she does a lot for volleyball as well as softball. She keeps stats for volleyball, which is very hard, and she does it by herself, and it's hard to stat a volleyball game. And softball, she does the stats for us, and she's that person that's always, I think, watching me and makes me, I mess up, but she'll correct my mistake all the time. She's just a go-getter. She's just a kid that you can depend on. She's like a daughter to me. I mean, it's sad because I'm so used. She's another one, you have for 4 years, and you have all the way around for 4 years, and I'm gonna miss her because, like I said, she was very reliable, and it's more than just the being the manager and keeping stats. It was just the person that she was. She was fun to be around, had a lot of great laughs, and it's just fun, and that's part of it. And again, Braley it's going to be sad next year not having her around, and we're going to somehow, some way try to get through it. Me and Hammock are already trying to figure out how we're going to do this volleyball thing, but we'll get it figured out. And again, she's going to be truly missed.
Yeah, really, to have somebody that's kind of a fan of the team and everything, but it's hard work. It's not, there's a lot of hard work that goes on, but it's rewarding because I'm sure she's very close to the team members and they're close to her. Oh, yes, and again, we make Braley feel a real big part of our team, and she knows that she is, and she's very important to us. She's not, like I said, she looks forward to actually being around and being there, and that's rare because, had kids today, they got other things to do or whatever, but Braley was very important to the teams that she managed in the program, and you could always count on her to be there, and you knew, like I said, she was my right hand. She was the one that I knew that I could depend on, and I knew that could get things done and do it right. I never had to go second guess, did it get done? Because if I told Braley, hey, I need this done, can you do it for me? If she told me yes, I didn't worry about it. I knew it was done, and that's been since her freshman year. All right. If you can find the switch for this fan that's blowing out here, it's a little too strong. But actually, that's a force bigger than David or I, either one, controlling the wind out here. But back to James Terry with a manager, Braley Vickery, and some of the comments that she was able to put together and record.
I am Braley Vickery. I am the manager. I am the daughter of Bobby and Carly Vickery. I have been part of Ladycat Softball for 4 years and Ladycat Volleyball for 4 years. I am involved in HOSA, Key Club, Practicum, and Stuco. I plan to attend Texas A&M Commerce to pursue a career as a cardiologist. My most memorable moment as a Ladycat softball player is when we were in Allen and the bus broke down and we were stranded for hours and somehow snuck into a soccer game. My advice is to take in every moment and cherish it and never take it for granted.
And Coach, last but not least, the one that I will always refer to as Walk-Off Kate. And who could ever forget that game against Lindale last season?
That's funny you mentioned that, because when I was writing things about her, that was one of the first things that popped into my mind. Heck, I would want to tackle Kate right now. That what a night. What a night for Kate, and what a night for the Ladycat softball team. We needed to have it, and she got it done. And that's what I was talking about. If you talk about words to describe Kate, to me, it's clutch. She always found a way to get it done. If the pressure was on, Kate just found a way to get it done. It's just she was a pressure player, and that's the things that I always remember about her. And like I said, nobody, I don't think, whoever was at that game will ever forget the walk-off against Lindale. And like I said, Kate, again, I've been around her sister, been around her for, this is really an 8-year run with her and the family and everything like that. And you've been around people for 8 years, you're going to miss, they're family to you. It doesn't matter, whenever whenever Kate goes off and does what Kate's going to go do, I think she's going to Texas Tech, get your guns up, land. Whenever she goes off over there, she'll always be welcome back. And again, we'll have just great memories of the clutch player that she was, and we'll get to talk about just the great performances that she's had as her 4 years here. We needed a third baseman, and we really weren't sure about who could play it. And Kate stepped every year. She just took it. She just took it, ran with it. Good hitter, great defensive player, and like I said, somebody that if you needed somebody in the clutch that you knew that was going to get it done, Kate was your girl. She just really didn't think about it. She just did it.
Very good. Again, James Terry, the comments of Kate Womack and that she put together and recorded for us, and let's listen to that.
My name is Kate Womack. I'm number 3, and my parents are Jim and Sharon Womack. I played volleyball for 3 years, basketball for 4 years, and softball for 4 years. I was a part of Key Club, student council, and was secretary of HKK. My junior year, I was selected to be a member of the Texas Girls Coaches Association All-Star Softball Team and was selected to be a member of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes All-Star Game this year. I plan on attending the University of Texas Tech this fall, and my major is still undecided. My most memorable moment in softball would be when we were losing to Lindell at home and I hit a walk-off home run. I feel like that's a dream for every softball player. I'm just grateful that at that moment I was up to bat and made the most of it. Advice I would give to my freshman self would be that sometimes you can't make every play or every at-bat perfect. All 4 years, I always worried about having a perfect game and a perfect practice. I always left practice worried that I wasn't good enough or could be better. I always stayed after practice to get extra balls hit to me or even work out with Coach Webster to stay in shape. So if I could go back to freshman year, I would tell myself to relax more and not worry about every minor detail.
And so there you have it, this year's senior class for the Ladycat softball team. 6 players, 1 manager, and the horns are here, the cars sitting out there observing things and listening on the radio to us, and we certainly appreciate everybody that came out today, Coach, and a ceremony maybe twice as long as they might get at Ladycat Park. They'll probably get 15 minutes. I think we're coming up on 30 here. Do you have any final comments, just kind of wrap this thing up for us?
Girl, I just want to let these girls know how much I really appreciate I don't want to start crying, but I really appreciate y'all and all the hard work that you did. I know we didn't get to finish what we started, but in our hearts, I know that y'all were getting it, and we were getting better, and we were going to do some great things. And again, you're always playing for something more, because it's more than just a game. And you know that I preach that all the time, that it doesn't matter what it says on that scoreboard. It matters who you're playing for, and you're really all playing for an audience of one, and we know who that one is. So you keep Christ first in your life, and as you go on in this world, y'all are going to do some great and mighty things. And again, I appreciate y'all. I love you girls, and thank y'all for being a part of the Ladycat softball program.
Well, David, thank you very much for inviting KSST to be a part of this and to this special moment for these young ladies. And thank goodness for Doug's videotapes. I've been watching some video of your old teams going all the way back to the 07 season. And this group will be a part of that legacy, and at least in highlight video throughout the years. And so appreciate you allowing us to be a part of this.
Again, I appreciate Meredith Cadell for putting this all together, because like I said, it was amazing. Great idea. Thank y'all for coming out, and hopefully some of this thing starts letting up a little bit and we start living back our lives in some kind of normalcy. But again, I know we're just truly blessed every day.
Well, David Carrillo, thank you very much. Don Julian out here we're in the parking lot right outside the Wildcat track, where we've had senior night activities for the Ladycat softball seniors, 6 seniors and 1 manager. Should we try to name them one more time? Aaliyah Abram, Heather Bowen, Allie Fite. We have Braden Garrett. We have Kobria Harrison, Braley Vickery, and Kate Womack. So that's who we're honoring today, and that's going to wrap it up here. We thank everybody for tuning in as always, and I'm Don Julian, and so long, everybody.
This has been the celebration of Ladycat softball from the Wildcat Track Facility here in Sulphur Springs, Texas. Our sponsors are Northeast Texas Farmers Co-op, Wesley House, Alliance Bank, Farm Country, City National Bank. Thank you for joining us. Now back to regular programming on KSST, 1230 AM, Sulphur Springs, Texas.